Good morning, listeners of Hot Topic and Fresh News. Today, on the 31st of December, 2023, we bring you pressing news from Northfield Township near Detroit. A shocking house explosion has left 4 people dead and 2 others critically injured. The explosion, so deafening it could be heard as far as Jackson, happened on a quiet Saturday afternoon in the Whitmore Lake neighborhood. As of now, the identities of the victims remain undisclosed. The 2 injured people have been rushed to the hospital, their condition unknown. A cloud of uncertainty also hangs over whether there were any children in the house at the time, and if the victims were related. The explosion on Winters Lane was so potent that debris was found across US 23. A video posted by Nate Mark on social media paints a grim picture of the blast's magnitude. Speculations suggest it may have been a gas explosion, though the exact cause remains under investigation. In response, DTE Energy, a natural gas company, along with local fire and hazmat crews, attended the scene to ensure safety. Power has been shut off in the area as a precautionary measure. The community of Northfield Township is reeling from the shock of this tragic event, mourning the loss of 4 lives. As the investigation into the cause of this devastating incident continues, authorities are working tirelessly to piece together the exact circumstances leading up to this sorrowful day. We'll keep you updated as more information becomes available, so stay tuned. Hi everyone, you're tuned in with your host Emily on Hot Topic and Fresh News.
And joining her today is yours truly, David.
We're here every day bringing you the latest news and analysis. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Now, let's dive straight into the hot topics.
This incident seems to be a significant shock to the community. Could you tell us a bit more about the area where the explosion occurred?
Of course, the explosion took place in a rural area of the Whitmore Lake neighborhood in Northfield Township. It's a quiet, peaceful community not far from Detroit, making this tragic event even more unexpected and shocking.
Can you give us any insight into the magnitude of the explosion?
It was a highly powerful explosion. Debris from the explosion was found on the other side of US 23, and the blast could be heard all the way in Jackson. That's almost a 50-mile radius, which is incredibly unusual for a residential area.
And what about the cause of the explosion? Has anything been determined yet?
At the moment, there's speculation that it was a gas-related incident. However, authorities are still investigating to determine the exact cause. DTE Energy, a natural gas company, responded to the scene, which supports the gas explosion theory. But we must wait for the final word from the investigators.
In light of this incident, could you share any trivia relevant to gas safety?
Certainly. Did you know that a smell additive is added to natural gas because it is naturally odorless? The compound used is called mercaptan, which has a distinctive smell similar to rotten eggs. This addition is a safety measure, so potential gas leaks can be detected by smell before a dangerous situation similar to this tragic incident occurs. It's essential to always be vigilant of unexplained smells in your home and call for assistance if you suspect a gas leak.
Can you give us an update on the victims of this explosion?
Sadly, 4 people lost their lives in this incident and 2 others were injured. At this point, the specific conditions of the injured are not known. Authorities have yet to release the identities of the victims.
Were there any children involved?
That's not clear yet. Authorities haven't disclosed whether children were inside the home at the time of the explosion or if any of the victims were related.
And what about the surrounding homes? Were they affected by the explosion as well?
Fortunately, no nearby homes were damaged by the explosion, which is surprising given the magnitude of the blast.
Is there any footage of the incident?
Yes, a video was posted on social media by a user named Nate Mark, which captured parts of the explosion.
What about the investigation into the cause of the explosion? Where does that stand now?
The local police lieutenant, Dave Powell, has said that the cause of the explosion is still unknown. There's speculation regarding a potential gas explosion given the intensity and some of the debris found, but it's not confirmed yet. DTE Energy, a natural gas company, responded to the scene, as did local fire and hazmat crews, which further supports the gas explosion theory.
It seems like a situation that will require some time to fully understand and resolve.
Absolutely. Investigations into incidents of this nature typically take some time. With multiple agencies involved, from local police to state troopers and hazmat teams, they'll be working diligently to determine the exact cause and ensure the safety of the community. Thank you all for joining us today on Hot Topic and Fresh News. We've explored a tragic incident near Detroit, unpacked the initial reports, and delved into broader topics like gas safety. Your support and engagement truly mean the world to us. Remember to subscribe, turn on those notifications, and share our content far and wide. The conversation doesn't end here, so feel free to drop us a comment with your thoughts.
And trust me, you don't want to miss our daily conversations. We've got plenty more where this came from, and believe me, it only gets more interesting. So mark your calendars or set your alarms, because we're back here, same time, every day.
We sincerely appreciate you taking the time to connect with us today, and we're already looking forward to our next episode. Remember, folks, no matter where you are or what you're doing, stay in the loop, keep your eyes on the news. Our channel's content will amuse.